Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Drew Cain thought he was untouchable. He carved out a dangerous path in Port Charles, crossing lines that no one should cross. He manipulates, blackmails, schemes, and now the walls are closing in. The time has come for Drew to face the consequences of his own making. That day may be here. From the start, Drew's arc has twisted from reluctant hero to dark antagonist, and his recent actions have only intensified the animosity around him. He's used secrets, exploited relationships, and provoked powerful people. He's sown enough pain and broken trust that the fallout must sooner or later catch up, and right now it's poised to erupt. It began with obsession and ambition. Drew's involvement with Willow, already fraught with betrayal, spilled into venomous territory, threatening not just boundaries, but lives. And Portia, Trina, Nina, Michael, they all now stand at the edge, watching, waiting for his missteps to finally yield disaster. Drew's latest villainy deepened when he resorted to blackmail. Information in his hands, threats in his tongue. He's played the leverage game with recklessness. He poked at the Quartermain legacy crypt. He pressured Portia to align with his agenda. He meddled in the most vulnerable domains of family and legacy. Every push, every violation, adds weight to the mounting case against him. Then came the twist that many fans had been expecting, an ambush. On September 2nd, Drew returned home, believing in the illusion that he could keep winning. He poured a drink, held onto a ring he intended for Willow, and made plans in his mind, even as danger lurked. Suddenly, a shadow emerged, and a gunshot torn through his back. He crumpled. Moments later, another shot, and his eyes closed. That moment was his reckoning. It wasn't just violence. It was narrative karma. The scene was electric. The lover turned predator becomes the hunted. Drew, once the manipulator, now finds himself at the mercy of an unseen assailant. Critics called it a bold twist. Fans cried out for justice. Everything he's done, every lie, betrayal, secret, painted a target. And now, someone decided to pull the trigger. Was it a scorned ally, someone with vengeance in their heart? Or someone entirely hidden behind the layers he created? The mystery itself is justice in motion. The fallout is already hemorrhaging. As Drew lies wounded, those around him scramble. Willow is forced to confront guilt, fear, and the terror that Drew's ambitions may have dragged her into a trap. Portia and Trina must evaluate how deeply they allowed him to manipulate their lives. Michael stands at the intersection of family and betrayal, asking whether his trust in Willow was misplaced, and whether Drew was ever redeemable. Over time, the writing on the wall became clear. Drew's downfall is inevitable. 4 months, critics and fans alike have asked, when will Drew get his comeuppance? Many believed the show was stalling, prolonging his rise, but now the moment has arrived. His unpopularity among viewers is not incidental. The writers framed Drew so that viewers would hate him, to root for his collapse. Even Cameron Matheson acknowledged that people were meant to despise Drew, that the arc was engineered for backlash and drama. Fans no longer see him as a tortured anti-hero. They see him as a villain. They fast-forward scenes with him. They demand he be removed. They want him to face consequences, even death. And now the payoff must land. His shooting sets off a chain reaction. Investigations, suspicion, guilt, betrayal, exposure. Every person he hurt now has motive and means. His enemies and his allies become investigators and suspects. No one is safe, not Port Charles, not the people he claimed to love. Tracy publicly signals her rage, threatening Drew's credibility in the public eye. She accuses him of misconduct, orchestrating setups. Her words carry weight. It's not just a personal vendetta, but a political and reputational assault. Meanwhile, whispers swirl about Drew's shooter. Who shot him? Was it one of his adversaries, Kai, Trina, someone from within, acting out of desperation? Or someone entirely unexpected, calculating and patient? The audience expects the reveal during November sweeps, a dramatic climax in the pattern of daytime television turns. As the show heads into those juicy sweeps, it's clear, Drew's confrontation is imminent. The narrative is aligning, secrets exposed, alliances fractured, evidence mounting. Even if the police don't catch him, his demons will. Imagine the moment. Drew dragged into a public hearing, fingers pointing, lies unraveling. The crypt he tampered with, the messages he erased, the relationships he tormented, all laid bare in a courtroom or a moral reckoning. No spin will save him. Or imagine instead that he survives the ambush, but in defeat, crippled, humiliated, powerless. That could be his true punishment, to live knowing his empire is gone, his influence dissolved, his psyche hollow. Perhaps both could happen. He survives physically, but his life is over. He becomes a ghost in the halls he once haunted, shunned, and silenced. The title of villain becomes his legacy. Those who pushed him to the edge will no doubt testify. Portia will confront him for what he forced upon her. Willow will face him with betrayal and sorrow. Michael will demand accountability. Trina will cast stones too. The whispers of conspiracies and betrayal will amplify until all is exposed. In the end, Drew gets more than a single downfall. He gets unraveling, exposure, and perhaps extinction. He gets justice not through a bullet but through the collapse of everything he built. Whatever the case, it is no longer a question of if, but when, and how dramatically. His story, now in freefall, becomes one of impending doom. And that, to longtime fans, is the poetic justice he's long overdue to receive. So sit back, Port Charles watchers. The hour is at hand. Drew will face truths he refused to see, opponents he underestimated, and consequences he tried to outrun. The villain's reckoning has arrived, and it will be unforgettable. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.